I think this time I'll just talk a little bit about some things that I deal with in autism that I didn't have anything to do with when I was young, like driving. I can't drive, so um, I've tried to drive. I've tried to. My husband's tried to teach me, and he's very patient, but I just can't get it. I can't. It's too much coming at me at one time as far as, being able to pick up on everything around you while you're deciding what you're going to do every second. I can't do that. My processing speed was in the impaired range, so I guess that's why I can't, I just can't process it as fast as I need to. And I can sit down and I can figure up a budget on paper. I can, but I can't go to the store and buy something and know whether I'm given the right amount of money or I just kind of depend on the one who's behind the cash register, and that's not always a good idea. But um, um, and uh, oh, and sometimes I feel like my reactions and things I do are very immature. I like to watch children's television. Um, I I like things like stuffed animals, uh, uh, and I just feel like sometimes I just feel immature sometimes, but yet it's kind of like a way to just kind of, uh, I don't know, just kind of, I really don't know. But I do that, and I, um, what else can I? Uh, Things like, I can't hold down a job. Um, I am a homemaker, but sometimes I'm not a very good homemaker. I try, and and but it's just sometimes I can't see the. Sometimes you hear people say you can't see the trees for the forest. Well, I can't see the forest for the trees. I see things that I need to do, but it's like I can't break it down into a smaller task to do. I just see the big task, and and that makes it hard to do stuff. I use a whiteboard to keep track of things, like even whether I brush my teeth or whether I'm I don't feel like I'm so high functioning. Um, Maybe when I'm in public or something, I might be able to somewhat um, appear that that I'm not too much different than everybody else. But I hide behind my husband a lot. I just kind of, if we have to do something uh, that I've never done or I'm not quite sure how to go about it, I'll ask him to go first, and then I can watch him and imitate what he does. Uh, like in my other video, I was telling about how I done that with my sister when I was a kid, and now I just do that with my husband. And uh, well, like one time we was going to the courthouse to pay our taxes, our property taxes, and of course when you go in the courthouse you have to go through the metal detector, and I had never done that before, so I was trying to get my husband to go first, and he didn't for whatever reason. I think motioned for me to come first, but it was hard to do because I really didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't have nobody else to look at before I done it. So uh, uh, I don't know of any other like just general things about autism that affect me. That covers quite a bit, but uh, I have a lot of anxiety and a lot of and it's because of those things. It's because I'm in the world and I'm trying to function, and it just takes so much that you end up getting anxious, or one little thing kind of goes different than you planned on, and it's and I do like to I might pick something that I do for a while as a routine. It's not always the same thing, but it'll be something for a while. It'll be the same way every time, and then I might switch it to something else. But I do that too. Everything is, I try to do things in a routine, and I do also collect stuff. Uh, and I think too sometimes that something that might be of help is I feel like as I'm getting older, um, and you start to go through some normal uh, mental changes. Maybe you can't use the remote as good as you used to, or you can't hook up the new TV, something like that. But I feel like that along with that, I feel like a lot of autism symptoms that maybe I suppressed when I was younger are kind of, I feel like I'm dealing with them again. I don't know. I mean, I'm home all day, and maybe I have a little bit more freedom to allow some of the autism symptoms to emerge, but I'm not trying to suppress them constantly, and maybe that's what I'm seeing. But I think as I get a little older, I'm starting to see more of the things that I had suppressed starting to show up again, maybe in a different way or in a different. But those are just some general things that I have to deal with, and how it has uh, affected me. One other way that I think autism has affected me as a whole is I think I'm more creative. Uh, I can, like I said, I like stuffed animals, but to me, it's kind of like I can. Um, well, like when you're a kid and you have a stuffed animal, and to you, it's very real. It's very it has a personality. It's your friend. It's whatever it is to you. You're able to do that, and I think autism helps me to do that because I like to do puppets, and we. I like to do it in the ministry. We use puppets to minister to the kids and the adults too. Sometimes they like it, but I think it makes me a little bit more creative and a little bit more able to make it seem real to somebody else. When you're doing a puppet, you have to kind of convince the people that it's just for a second. If you can just convince them that it's a real uh, animal or a real dog, whatever it is. If you can convince them just for a second that it seems real to them, that's what that's where you get yourself enjoying watching it. And I like to do that. Uh, I'll talk more about that. But yeah, those are just some things that are general. But it affects me every day, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.